Hey everybody, welcome to the monthly roundup and summit to talk about video for the month of March. It is the 9th of April today. So as usual, running a few days later than originally expected, but we're all busy. So here it is. And what do I want to start with today? Easter weekend. Hope you all had an absolutely exceptional Easter weekend. I know that the weather wasn't great in Brisbane or I think southeast Queensland, but I wouldn't know too much about the weather up here because myself and Annika and Helen trotted off down to the Warrumbungles via Kapitar National Park. And I'm going to make a huge recommendation on this. Also, Megan McNiven and Joseph Kinane were down there at the same time, or I think Joseph was there a day after us. I think that they would agree with me too. Kapitar National Park, the two peaks down there, Yalundudna and Korea, absolutely fantastic. It's an amazing place. You will love it. Everyone that goes to Yalundudna, if that's how you call it, what you call it, pretty much says the same thing. It's my new favorite mountain or my favorite new mountain. So highly recommend that. And beyond that, down to Warrumbungles. Oh my God, Warrumbungles is just off the charts, incredible, spectacular, amazing. We had the best weather down there. So if you haven't already been, I really, really strongly suggest putting it on your list and getting those peaks done. It's easy to find your way around all of them. There's no off-trail stuff, no bush bashing. You can split it up into a couple of days down at Warrumbungles, or what we did was smash 6 peaks out in one day, which 12 hours and 30 kilometers, but totally worth it. So whatever you're doing this coming weekend, another long weekend, is it this weekend or the weekend after? I can't remember. But anyway, Anzac weekend, I think, is what I'm talking about. Whatever you're doing, have a bloody great time and get out there and smash out as many peaks as you can. That's what we're here for. Right. Why don't we jump straight into the Peakers Progress Board, because I've already got it open. If you are still not doing your updates, please do. Highly recommend. I'm just going to have a quick scroll down and see who I need to get cranky with. Oh, God, come on. I'm not sure how you pronounce this, but I know that you are our newest member, Iestin Taylor. So you're forgiven. But these guys, everybody else on this list down at the bottom here, you really should start using this app that I've crafted so beautifully and carefully for you to record all of your peaks, because this is how we get to celebrate our wins together. This is how we get to cheer each other on. And there's no shame. If you haven't already started yet, that's okay. You can get started soon. If you have, upload your peaks. I'm not going to go through all of the names because there's far too many. We've got 116 people, official members, participating in the challenge so far this year. So you know who you guys are. I'm going to go straight up to what are we in now? We're 3 months in and one extra week. So what would that be? 12, probably week 13, I guess. So anybody that's on 13 or more is probably right on track. And you guys here, Lisa, Cara, Nicole, Susie, you're only one behind, but hey, you can make that up. Not a problem. So Julie Bavister, 13, Sonia, Giovanna, Belinda Jenkins, Jeanette, or White Tiger, Jeanette Tegg, Vicky Shriver. You guys are ahead of the game. Nicola, Oscar, Michelle, Eugenia, Gail and Stephen, Brent, Haley, Caroline. Great work there, Caroline. Kelly, Ty. Ty, you're doing great work too. I can't remember where you are, but you're way north, I think. I'm not sure where you're getting 21 peaks from, unless you're coming down south, or maybe I've picked your location wrong. Peps, great work. Kirk, those peaks that you wanted near your hometown are uploaded. Coming to that in a second. Humphrey, Joseph Kinane and Kirsten Kinane were down at Warren Bungles the day after us, and I believe had a fantastic time. Rachel Wilson, Shane Inner, Catherine and Robert Birch, Michael Rodway, Helen O'Donnell, one of our favourite peakers to hike with. Can't get rid of her. Just can't, wherever we go, she seems to be right there with us. So Megan McNiven, great work, Megan, up on 38. Regina on 40, fantastic work. And I know you're probably going to hit your 52 real soon, because I know you're going to do a big one down at the main range in a couple of weeks from now. Brian on 43, smashing it. Joe Lade, woohoo! Joe Lade, our number 3 and 4, joint 3 and 4 across the line. With 52 peaks last weekend, I think, or just before Jade went away overseas on her adventure. So congratulations to you guys for being joint 3rd and 4th, or joint 3rd. Annika is now on 64 and myself on 65. Check out the awards here. I think total awards is still in Joel and Jade's camp, and total peaks, 70 total peaks there. So absolutely smashing it, you guys. We're going to see if we can stay ahead here, but I don't know how long that's going to last. So I guess that's it for the Peakers Progress Board. Congratulations to everyone that's smashing out these peaks. Just having a look at this combined peaks tally. This is just between the ones that are actually recording their peaks. We've done 1,113 peaks and 71 repeaks. So clearly everyone is going hard on the new peaks, and a couple of us are starting to get a couple of repeaks in. And the awards tally, 137 twin peaks, 78 try-hards, 33 oh my quads, 10 high fives, 9 what the hexes, and a couple more triple try, double figures, legs 11, and what doesn't kill yous. So great work. Nobody's claimed Stairway to Heaven or I Need Oxygen yet, but I think that's coming. We might do a few more. That's a Glasshouse Mountain, smashing it out, peak bagging kind of a weekend right there. So, yes, I wanted to talk about some new peaks. So if you remember, you can use the form inside the Peakers portal on the website to submit a peak suggestion for a peak that you think is worthy and that you think that we will think is worthy of being included in the challenge. And it actually has a GPX file that you can point us to. And it's worthy of being included. At the end of each quarter, we're going to go through all of those submissions and have a look and see which ones we think we'd like to add. So we've just done our first quarterly review, and I'm very pleased to announce that we have 15 new peaks which are now available inside of the official peaks map in here, and also in the official peaks list, which you can search for all of these in here and find out all of the stats and the details that you need for these. I'm going to put a separate post out as well to identify the names of these peaks. But quick run through. In New South Wales, we've added Pantony's Crown, Mount Stillwell, which is very close to the start point for the Kosciuszko 15 highest peaks circuit. It's an easy warm-up, if you like. The Sentinel, which, oh my God, it looks incredible. We didn't get to do that at the beginning of this year, but I know Wendy Cameron did it and said, I can't believe there's no GPX file for it. It's our favorite peak down there. And it looks incredible. It looks absolutely scary from a distance, but apparently it's the best, or one of the best of the peaks down there. And it's really easy to get to. So we've now added that. We were fortunate enough to get a hold of a GPX for that. So that's in. And Brummie's Lookout. because you can't do Mount Warning, but Brummie's Lookout looks out onto Mount Warning, and I think it's moderate. It's 7.9 Ks, and it's totally worthy of being climbed as a peak, and it's got an incredible view of Mount Warning, which I wouldn't tell you that you should climb, but I have heard that there's no cameras and no guards down there, and all of the people that have climbed and posted about it and been interviewed in the media haven't received any fines yet. And there's a radio host or DJ who has said that he would pay any fines. So I would never tell you to go and do something like that, because it's closed and it's against some law or recommendations, I believe. But other people might tell you different. So I would leave that one up to you, to be honest, to make your own decisions. Other peaks that we've added: Saddle Mountain and Mount Halifax. Whereabouts are they? They're north of here. A little bit further up near Rocky, I think Rocky, Townsville. And a little bit closer to home, Northbrook Mountain. We've been asked a few times for this one, and we've kind of said, yeah, I don't know, it's not that great, but I think it is. It's still a good old haul. It's 9.3 kilometers, but you start from the top and walk down, a bit like Mount Castle. You start at the top and climb down, but then you've got to climb out. So it's like a reverse mountain, but I'm sure you'll get a really good look out over the dam from there. And it's a close to home, 9.3 kilometers, 476 elevation, which is a little bit less than Greville. Can't remember what Greville is, but it's a reasonable size, I would say. And Mount Goulman, which we tried a couple of weeks back and failed miserably to get to Goulman. So it's not Goulman Lookout, it's actual Mount Goulman, full of lantana, but Bill has found a way in and recorded the GPS, so we've now been able to upload Mount Goulman. So you could do Goulman and Goulman Lookout, and if you wanted to, carry on down and do Blaine and Flinders while you're at it for a my Quad award. So Goulman is now on the list. In WA, thanks to Joel and Jade, we've now got one called, I don't know that I'm saying this right, but I'll give it a go, Taliubernup Peak, which is, it looks pretty ordinary on the map. It's just pretty much a straight line. It doesn't look that high. It's 2.4 kilometers and it's 385 elevation. And we kind of thought it's not really that peak worthy. However, Joel and Jade went down there and said pretty much, oh my fucking God, it's amazing. It's the best fun. So for anyone down WA or planning to go down to WA, to the Stirling Range National Park, Taliubernup Peak is now included and is a heap of fun. And last but not least, down in Tassie, like we didn't already have enough, we have one of our peakers actually lives, Kirk Allenson, lives very close to here. And we had this one, Mount Duncan, on the list. And he said, there's another 3 right next to it. Why don't you put those on the list? So we've included those. They're relatively easy. But if you're down that way, there's a few more in the area, depending on your mode of transport. But I guess these are just for the locals. So there's another 3 added down there. Easy peaks down in Tassie. So if you do have any more suggestions, please, we do rely on the combined knowledge of everybody in the 52 Peaks Challenge, and we're more than happy to consider any new peaks. If you're discovering them or if you already know about them and you want or think that they should be included and you want to let us know about them, please log in to the members portal or the Peakers portal and use the form in there, the peak suggestion form, to send us a little message. There was one other one, and I need your input on this one. I'm going to bring across an image. I've built this map because one of our peakers said we should add Mount Merino and we should add Mount Bithungable, if that's how you pronounce it. And it's accessible down here from O'Reilly's, which is somewhere around this ridgeline. I think it's actually on the ridgeline. So from O'Reilly's, you park there and you go up the Taluna track, which will bring you up here. You can go left to Merino and you can go right to Bithungable. And you could probably quite easily do that in a day. And I think there's a return path down here as well. I've done the Taluna track. It's absolutely amazing. It's waterfall after waterfall after waterfall, breathtakingly sensational hike. But I'm not sure if it's really peak worthy. I don't know. So we haven't included it yet, and I think I'm going to do a recce. But here's the exciting thing for me. I found out that if you come across to this end, the Wagon and Hobwe peaks are on the list. Wagon and Hobwe around, I think that's Wagon there, and the Bushrangers Caves. Sorry, no, that would be the Bushrangers Caves there, Wagon and Hobwe. Now, we've never done this because we've always gone all the way back to the car there, but you can carry on all the way along here past Bilby to Merino. Carry on past the Taluna track, Mount Wanangara, Bithungable. There's another one in here as well. Mount Warrendo, Mount Whoopahorn, Mount Dorrigan, Mount Throkeban, and all the way along here to Point Lookout. Now, Point Lookout is also on the list, which is just off the bottom of the screen down here. You would find Neglected Mountain. And if you come up here, where is it? I think somewhere in here is the waterfall, and you actually climb up this way and then go across to Point Lookout. But anyway, and that's an alternative route down. There's campsites across the top here too. At Bithungable, there's a campsite. So I made the map just to have a look and see what does that look like if I map the whole thing out. Start at one end and go all the way across to the other end, come down here, camp, and either walk all the way back the next day or do a car swap. And I've sussed out that according to FatMap anyway, according to this map that I've built, it's 35.5 kilometers, which in one day, if you started super early, once you're up there, I think that there's a fair bit of uppy downy, but I think that the paths are probably pretty good, and therefore you could travel at a fair bit of speed and keep up a good pace. And I know we did 30 Ks at the Warrumbungles in 12 hours. So what's another 5.5 K? I don't know. It's potentially doable. But I don't know. So if you've ever done any stretch of this track, or if you've done the whole thing, I'd love for you to let me know and tell me. So we haven't added all of these extra peaks in yet. Point Lookout is on, Wagon and Hobwe are on, but all the ones in between we haven't added yet. But if enough people tell me I've done it, it's totally awesome, you should definitely include them, then maybe we will. And potentially we might just do a recce, do the whole line from Wagon and Hobwe across to Point Lookout, if we can work out somebody to do that with us. And if we think that it's challenge worthy, then we'll add them all to the list and we'll claim them for ourselves at the end of it. So, but if you know anything about it, please do let me know what you think. Other news. What other news? Two other newses, and I think that's it for the day. Annika got herself a new job, Little Clever Clogs. So she was working with Perfect Potion in the city and has been working there for 7, nearly 8 years now, I think, and has recently taken a shift sideways to join forces or to work with the great guys over at K2 in Fortitude Valley, which is so aligned with everything that we're doing because they're one of our sponsors, and she's been received so beautifully by Bam De Silva, who's the owner, and the rest of the team there. So she's looking after everybody's orders and organizing everything down in the warehouse and keeping things shipshape and in good order. So any of your online orders, she'll be keeping an eye on making sure you get them in time. So yeah, congratulations to Annika for that. So, and while I'm at it, big shout out to K2. Love you guys. Love what you're doing. And while I'm at it, shout out to FatMap for allowing us to upload all of our peaks to the app there and make them available for our users. And obviously, big shout out to Chief Nutrition, who I just love those guys. I love everything about how they conduct their business, and their products are absolutely fantastic. So if you're not buying their products already, you really should. There's a link in the Peakers portal where you can save yourself some money, as there is with FatMap trials and with K2 discounts. If you're a member, log in, use the codes, save yourself some money, and support those companies that support us. And last but not least, today is the 9th of April, and in 9 days' time from now is the 18th of April, which is my birthday. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I'm going to be doing something, and it's going to involve peakers, most likely, and it's going to involve mountains, most likely, or maybe a picnic, Peakers Pub, or a Peakers Peak. So I don't know yet, but I will throw an event out there. And if you are able to make it on the weekend after the 18th, which is the 20th, 21st, I think, I would love to have your company to help celebrate my birthday. So I think that's it for the Summit to Talk About and the monthly roundup for the month of March. Hope you're all having a fantastic time and really enjoying the challenge. And I look forward to seeing you all in the mountains really soon. See you later.